Hopefully, a return to common sense. Michael D. Shaw, May 11, forwarded this email. Subscribe here for more Gen Z to the rescue. Hopefully, a return to common sense. Michael D. Shaw, May 11th. Gen Z, broadly defined as those born between the late 1990s and the early 2010s, and more hyper-specifically as born between 1997 to 2012, is being examined more carefully these days. With the older portion of this cohort heading into their late 20s, they are a force to reckon with in the workplace, marketplace, and the political sphere. Consider that Zoomers are the first demographic to grow up with the internet, and thus had ready access to alternative sources of information. It is difficult to overemphasize the importance of this. While older generations may have had doubts about the narrative being rammed down their throats, there were only very limited opportunities to research unconventional points of view. The internet's information superhighway makes that not only possible, but easy. While everyone was affected by the draconian and absurd policies unleashed during the COVID pandemic, Zoomers and Gen Alpha, the one following, may have had the toughest time with the lockdowns. Don't forget how schooling, at all levels, was impacted, not to mention virtually all social interactions. But Zoomers would also have been among the first to access alternative views on COVID policy, which appeared at the very outset of that public health catastrophe. This forced them into an attitude of taking charge of their own health at an age far earlier than previous generations. Older readers, be honest. When you were in your 20s, did you really worry too much about your health? Probably not, since you were usually in great health. But imagine how you would have felt if you suspected that you were being lied to about nearly everything. However, Zoomers are not just skeptical about organized healthcare. A surprising number of Gen Z women have seen the disastrous results of feminism and are no longer drinking the Kool-Aid. In a recent conversation with a distaff member of this cohort, I was astounded that she knew that before the 19th Amendment was passed, a significant number of women opposed suffrage. Many anti-suffragists linked suffrage to radicalism, socialism, and the decline of religion. Anti-suffragists, including Ida Tarbell, believe that women's influence in society came from being nonpartisan social reformers. Thus, this pure moral authority would be greatly diminished if they joined men in nasty bare-knuckled politics. Tarbell, a prominent investigative journalist, was hardly a conservative wallflower. Rather, her work was instrumental in the breakup of Standard Oil. Ironically, Tarbell's notion of women as social reformers proved to be all too correct. The 19th Amendment was ratified in 1920, owing to organizing going back to 1848, victories at the state level, and the aftermath of World War I, whereby Woodrow Wilson's opposition was changed based on women's contributions to the war effort. But I digress. My Gen Z female acquaintance was more concerned about high divorce rates, deteriorating relations between the sexes, and the resulting unhappiness of women who had been sold a bill of goods. Many prominent content creators, including Pearl Davis, Jedediah Bila, Andrew Wilson, and Myron Gaines, are taking a hard look at what feminism has wrought. Now all we need are more YouTubers attacking the cesspool that academia has become, along with its undeserved and undue influence. Thanks for reading Mike's point of view. Subscribe for free to receive new posts and support my work.